Quizzy Wizzy, a channel for curious kids and adults.
Subscribe!
Why is the sky blue? Because blue light scatters more, or the atmosphere reflects blue color. Correct answer, because sunlight scatters, and blue light scatters the most. The sky looks blue because sunlight scatters as it travels through the air. Tiny particles in the atmosphere spread short blue wavelengths more than others, so our eyes see a blue sky. If the air were different, the sky might look green or purple instead. When the sun sets, the light passes through more air, and most of the blue light is scattered away, leaving warm orange and red colors. Scientists call it Rayleigh scattering, but kids can think of it as the sky's favorite outfit, the blue one. So next time you look up, remember, the sky isn't just there, it's performing a daily light show. Where does a thunderstorm come from? Electricity builds up in clouds, or strong winds crash clouds together. Correct answer, because electricity builds up in clouds. A thunderstorm happens when electric charge builds up inside clouds. Tiny drops of water and ice pieces bump into each other and create electricity. When the charge gets too big, boom, a lightning bolt strikes. Lightning can be hotter than the surface of the sun. The air around lightning heats up, expands, and makes thunder. Sometimes storms even happen in winter, that's called thundersnow. Scientists are still figuring out how lightning chooses where to strike, maybe it just picks its favorite spot. So when you see a flash in the sky, just think, nature's throwing a free fireworks show. Why does it snow in winter instead of rain? Water droplets freeze in clouds, or cold air breaks raindrops. Correct answer, because water droplets freeze in clouds. When the air gets cold, water droplets freeze into tiny ice crystals. These crystals stick together to make snowflakes, and no two are ever the same. Snow falls and covers everything in a soft white blanket. If the air warms up, the snowflakes melt before hitting the ground, turning into rain. Scientists study snowflakes to learn about temperature and weather changes. Each snowflake is a little piece of sky art, painted by nature itself. When you walk on it and hear that crunch, it feels like the earth is whispering a story just for you. Why is the sun hot? It spins very fast, or nuclear reactions happen inside it. Correct answer, because nuclear reactions happen inside it. The sun is hot because nuclear reactions in its core turn hydrogen into helium, releasing a huge amount of energy. This energy gives light and warmth to everything on Earth. At the center, the temperature reaches 15 million degrees Celsius, hotter than any oven. Without the sun, our planet would be frozen and lifeless. Scientists watch the sun to learn how it changes and how it affects space weather. Sometimes it has giant flares that look like space fireworks. You could say the sun is the heart of the solar system. And if it ever took a day off, the whole sky would fall asleep. Why do birds fly? Because the air under their wings is thicker, or because they have light bones and strong wings. Correct answer, because they have light bones and strong wings. Birds can fly because their bodies are built for it, like nature's perfect flying machines. Their bones are light and hollow, their muscles strong, and their wings shaped to lift them up. When they flap, the air below pushes them upward, and they soar into the sky. Some birds, like albatrosses, can travel thousands of kilometers without flapping much at all. Scientists study bird flight to design airplanes and drones. After all, nature invented flight first. If birds could joke, they might tell humans, "You don't have wings, but at least you've got tickets to fly." Where does the rainbow come from? When sunlight shines through rain, or raindrops reflect sky colors. Correct answer, when sunlight shines through rain. A rainbow appears when sunlight passes through raindrops and splits into many colors. Each tiny droplet acts like a little prism, separating the light into red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. That's why, after the rain, we see a colorful arc across the sky, like a bridge between the sun and the earth. Scientists call it light refraction, but for kids, it's pure magic. Sometimes you can even see a double rainbow when the light bounces twice inside the drops. If the rainbow could talk, it would probably say, "I'm the sky's biggest smile." Why do cats purr? To talk to people, or to calm and relax? Correct answer, to calm and relax. Cats purr when they feel happy, calm, or when they need comfort. The sound comes from vibrations in their throat. It's like a tiny motor inside them. Scientists discovered that purring helps cats heal faster and lowers stress. Even humans nearby start to feel more relaxed. Sometimes cats purr when they're sick. It's their way of self-healing. It's safe to say cats have their own built-in stress reliever. If cats taught yoga, the first move would be called deep purr. And if your cat purrs on your lap, consider it a free furry therapy session. So purring isn't just a sound, it's pure cozy magic. Why do leaves turn yellow in autumn? Cold destroys the green color, or plants stop making chlorophyll. Correct answer, plants stop making chlorophyll. In autumn, there's less sunlight, and plants stop making chlorophyll, the green pigment in leaves. When chlorophyll fades away, other pigments appear, yellow, orange, and red, painting the trees in bright colors. This helps trees save energy and get ready for winter. It's like nature throwing a big colorful party before the snow comes. Scientists study how temperature and sunlight affect this process because leaves are like natural weather sensors. If trees could talk, they'd say, "Look at us, we're wearing our fancy fall outfits." Why is the sea salty? Rivers bring salts from land, or there are salt deposits on the seabed. Correct answer, rivers bring salts from land. The sea is salty because rivers carry salts and minerals from the soil and rocks. When water evaporates, the salt stays behind, making the ocean salty over millions of years. This salinity helps marine animals float and keeps the underwater world balanced. If the ocean were fresh, many fish couldn't survive. Scientists study the salt levels to understand Earth's history. You could say the ocean is like a giant soup, and nature added just the right amount of salt. If dolphins could joke, they'd say, "Life without salt? No thanks." So really, the sea isn't just water, it's a salty science experiment full of life and adventure. Why does the moon shine at night? It reflects sunlight, or it glows on its own. Correct answer, it reflects sunlight. The moon doesn't make its own light, it reflects the sun's light like a giant mirror in the sky. When sunlight hits it, we see a bright glowing disk at night. Sometimes the moon is full, sometimes a thin crescent, depending on how Earth blocks the sunlight. Without the moon, nights would be much darker, and tides would change completely. Scientists study how moonlight affects animals and plants. If the moon could talk, it might say, "I just borrow light from the sun." Its soft glow makes the night feel magical and mysterious. No wonder poets call the moon the lamp of dreamers. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button.